Hi, welcome aboard the American Victory. I'm George. Today we're standing in the Armed Guard quarters. What's the Armed Guard quarters? Well, during World War II, because there are guns on this ship, a 3-inch gun in the front and a 5-inch gun in the rear, the U.S. Navy had Navy gunner crews on board to man those guns. Otherwise, the ship was manned by the Merchant Marine, civilian sailors, if you will, and they were trained in sailing ships, but not in firing guns. So during World War II, and only during World War II, these vessels had Navy gun crews. This ship was designed for 20. The 3 highest ranking guys were across the passageway, across the hall, and had their own room for 3 guys to share. The other 17 were in here. Typical Navy fashion, they're 3 high. Even today, the Navy has them 3 high. During World War II, they were made out of canvas. So it beat the old sailing days hammocks where you had to sleep on your back all of the time in a curved position. At least this way you could stretch out, you could lay on your stomach or your side as well as your back. So 17 guys shared this space. It's not a very big space, so if you had 17 guys in here with no air conditioning, the only ventilation would be the portholes. The 2 portholes on this side are facing forward, so you would get a good airflow coming in. However, early in the war in the North Atlantic, at sundown, all of the portholes would have been sealed shut, because at night those German submarines had to charge the batteries on their electric motors that allowed them to stay under all day silently. At night had to surface and run diesel engines, so they needed the fresh air, they needed the exhaust system, so they had to be on the surface so they could recharge those batteries. While on the surface, they had crew members on deck with binoculars searching to see if there was any lights on the ocean. Any lights was an enemy, it was a target, and they would go sink it. So that no light emitted from this vessel, all of these portholes would have been sealed shut. Have you ever spent a lot of time smelling a dirty sock? That's kind of what this would smell like in here very quickly, with 17 men, cramped quarters, no air conditioning, and at that point, no ventilation. So come see us and check it out for yourselves and see what it would really be like to live on one of these vessels.